Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Assembly Line. This is a cell phone game that I've been playing lately. So, long story short, I've been playing Factorio a little bit. I was on a plane, my Switch wasn't charged, so I downloaded this on a whim and kind of played a little bit of it. The thing is, well, one, I like this game. Two, there will be, and I will show, a game-breaking glitch. As you see right now, I'm making 56 million per tick. And I already have like 1,000 billion. Anyways, so how did I do that? Well, here, let me show you. Well, here, this is assembly 1. So this was my first one. And you can see, again, the whole point of this is to try to make as much as you can without using too much excess here. See, everything's kind of stationary. So that's not, again, it says 30, but it's even out. So it keeps going back to 30. Nothing's over. So there's only a couple places here on this one where, because again, what I'm doing here, let's do this one here. So this is making springs, which with a iron that becomes a antenna. The antenna, I think, just gets sold. I don't think I merge it with anything. Yeah, it just gets sold. So, but here, let's see, this one up here that I was looking at, this becomes a heater. A heater comes down here, gets split down here, becomes a toaster, and then that gets sold. Excuse me. But here half goes that way, half gets sold, because otherwise I end up with an excess of, well, I already have an excess of heaters, so that's a waste there. And again, I'm making engines here, making drills, and again, this was a sloppy one. If I go to assembly line 2, this is my second one, and it's a bit more orchestrated. So here I'm making circuits, which are the basic of everything, blah blah blah. And you can see it's a bit more organized. Oh, look at that. Perfect. No overflow at all. Anyways, and they all go around the corner. So this was a bit more laid out. So now on to, well, 3 was me trying to make a motor per second. And if you notice, hey, how are these kicking out so much here? And apparently I have a flight here in 30 minutes. So dismiss. But if you notice here, how are these doing so much? Well, that's the glitch. And that's how I'm doing this. So, anyways, this was my next attempt. If I go to 6, this was my attempt to make, no wait, it was 6? Or was it 5? 5. Again, okay, and I missed one thing here. You get these blueprints, and the top blueprint is to make a AI robot, which you can sell for, if I go, this is all the stuff you can make and all the prices it costs, that much. So I would like to make one of those per second, and I will here in a second. But so here, these are making, what are you making? You're making electric generators. And you're making electric engines, with combined with a bunch of aluminum makes a AI robot. This over here is making a supercomputer. For those make a AI processor. That with aluminum makes a oh no, that's the robot. Where's the, oh, here it is. Here's the robot head. Then you combine them. As you see, I make a lot more head than I do body. Now on to the game-breaking glitch, which is in 5. No, this is 5. What was 6 then? Oh, I was just trying to make all this stuff quicker. Because again, I love this. The elegance of it. Again, Factorio, all these just making perfect machines and as small as you can. And just self-contained. So, but anyways, 4. So here, I'm making, that's a robot body every about 2 seconds. So how am I doing that? It's with these glitches here. So how do you do this glitch? Well, let's start. First thing first, when you unlock stuff, the last thing you unlock is the transporters, which is right here, actually. Excuse me. So you unlock these things last. So let's buy one of these. And let's buy a input. Boom. So there we go. There's step 1. You cut a hole in the box. So it feeds into itself. So this is the input, and let's set it to, and again, I have to be careful, but let's do 12, sure, 12, and this to 12 also. Okay, so now if I take let's make something, shall we? Let me actually show. So let's make the easy circuits. 1, 2, 3, and then I believe it's a wire drawer. Then we need rollers, and then we need a crafter. Now this is my design. I'm pretty sure there's a simpler way to do it, especially since I could split these two. This is copper, copper, gold. So let me actually do that. Copper, copper, gold. I could probably split that and make it a bit more uniform, but this is compact. It's a 3x3. So circuit. There you go. So now it's making a circuit. Let me just get a wire here. Turn it around, and there we go. So now it's feeding into there, and now it's creating a loop. So here, if we let that run for a little bit, it gets more and more built up, of course, because there's more and more I'm feeding it, and it's just going in an infinite loop. So every tick, it's getting a second there. And again, by the way, I can unlock these. So same with starters. You had a limited amount of starters, then you could actually increase the amount of starters. So now I have more teleporters if I want them, but I don't need them because of this glitch. So there we go. Now I'm making however many of those a second. So if I go through and delete all these, boom. If I delete, hold on. So that's, yeah. So if I delete this guy here, I'm still making all those per tick. Even though nothing's feeding it right now, it's still acting as if it's being received. So something in the AI says, oh, I was receiving these. I haven't received a signal saying different, so I'm continuing to put these out, whatever. Because these go across assembly lines. So that's just going to produce that forever. So I could put a seller right there, and that's just free money. It's not costing me anything other than $100 a tick, but I'm selling that out, no problem. So that's how I'm doing these. These aren't being supplied by anything, but I have to be careful. As soon as I put down a input teleporter and put it on frequency 34, it erases that. Man, but yeah, look at that. Because again, this right here is making, look at all those robot bodies being produced per tick. So now to make a robot, AI robot in general, I need to make a head. So what do I need to make a head? A head. Dear God, my voice is giving out. Hold on a second. Okay, so what do I need? I need a processor. So I need to make supercomputers first. I'm already making that somewhere, so I could actually just steal from that. Because again, I'm about done with this game after this. Because again, this is breaking the game. Now I have more money than I ever need. Matter of fact, I've unlocked, with those last two unlocks, I've unlocked everything. So the only thing I could do now is go through and try to do the game proper. I mean, I could unlock more of these. So, matter of fact, I can. And for 1 trillion, I can get another assembly line. And I imagine it just goes up exponentially. I don't think they ever plan on anyone getting this far. All right, so where am I making supercomputers at? That's servers. There it is. So here's the supercomputers. We should immediately make into AI, which is, okay, robot heads right here. So why don't I just do this instead? How many seconds am I making that? Not fast enough. Okay, so let's make a supercomputer. Here, let's go to our first assembly line. And let me just unlock this stuff here really quick. Actually, I don't have enough time. Again, you saw I had a flight coming up, so let's just steal from one of these guys. So 6. So if I go, so you're making a supercomputer every 30 seconds about. You're making an AI every 2 minutes. So if I were to delete these two, and let's build this and this, and let me delete this because that's just going to create confusions. Okay, now again, I had certain numbers, 30s and I think 20s, but for sure let's do 21. Let's do 21 just for safety, and this would be 21. Again, I don't want to overwrite anything I already have. So now if I spin these around, yeah, that's fine. So as soon as that produces a AI processor, which it should have already done. Oh, come on, 2. Gotta wait. Again, I'm cheating, so I shouldn't be impatient. There we go. So I produce an 8. Now it's looping. There we go. So let me take this. So this is set to 21. So if I delete this, and I take this over to, I think 5 is my cheaty. Nope, 6. 5 was my cheating one. 4 is my cheaty. Okay, so if I now make a exporter here and set it to 21, there you go. That's a AI processor per tick. Now what I can do is what I did here, and let me do that really quick here, is let me get you and you, tag team back again, reckon effect, then let's begin. Okay, and let me just get a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let me spin them around, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, that's producing a lot of aluminum at once, or aluminium if you're nasty. And boop. There we go. So now it's continuing producing that forever. So if actually I just move you to here, and then put a crafting bench there, spin the thing, and let's produce a receiving and sender, and let's set them to, the problem is I'm running out of numbers here. I think I set you to 10. Yeah, so let's just do 9 to be safe. Again, the higher numbers are better, but once I do this one, essentially I'll be done. And the only time I'll come back to this is when I want to make a do this legitimately. So there, AI robot, no, AI head is what I want. I want you to make me head. Head, here we go. All right, so there we go. Let's just let this run for a little bit. Okay, that should be fine. So if I delete this, there you go. Now I'm just making tons of those. So I could, actually I could just delete these guys here, because all I need is that guy. So if I move you over to here, if I delete you, by the way, watch my total go all the way down now that I'm not making all those things per tick. Let's see. I need a crafter, and I need a spin. Okay, and you need to be making AI robot, and just to show off, 1, 2, 3, and then let's make a seller. There we go. I am now making an AI robot once per second using absolutely no resources. But yet somehow I'm making less money. Which is funny, because the reason I'm making less money is because look how much of this I'm throwing into here. So what I should do is really split it. But again, I just wanted to make a robot per second. Or again, if I really wanted to rake in the money, where's my... Now I'm only making 7K a tick. But that's about to change drastically. So, again, if I delete this, and I move this here, that there, and I spin this around. Spin is what I want you to do. There we go. Now I'm making 150, 200 million, 3 million roughly per tick with absolutely no cost. I mean, if I go here, assembly line details, this is purely making 283 million, again, because of this glitch, It's not costing me a damn thing to do any of this. So again, this is a fun game. It's a nice little, again, I waste time with this on an airplane trying to figure out the best way to build stuff in a compact space. But since I found this glitch here, and there's another glitch where when you exit a page, assembly line, that's the high water mark. So if you just made something like one AI robot that pushed through, bumped your total per tick to 1,000,000, and you exit that assembly line, the game assumes you're making 1,000,000 per tick on that assembly line regardless. So there's two glitches there. Again, this game's great. They just need to fix this little glitch here, because otherwise, like I said, I can sit here, get all the money I want. Ooh, except my voice gives out. Maybe that's a trade-off. Because of my evil ways, the game's actually causing me to have a sore throat. Anyways, but again, love this game. Just need to fix this glitch. But hey, if you want to get money quick as soon as you get the teleporters, here you go. So anyways, let me know what you think down below. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.